Hi guys, are you sick or tired of possibly missing your shot when you're shooting with a bow? Well, here it can all come down to a peep sight. So in this video, we're going to show you how to install a peep sight the Savage way. So the things you're going to need is peep sight right here. Here's a Raptor Peep from Hamsky. You're going to need a lighter, and you're going to need some serving thread right here. Obviously, you're going to need a bow press. This is a Last Chance Archery bow press, easy green. And I already pressed the bow, so she's already in the press. Made sure this was all lined up, just press evenly. So let's install the peep. So after we get the peep in place, we'll have to let off the press, tighten the bow back up, and then you would have to draw it back, make sure it's in the right place, but make sure you knock an arrow before you do that. Know from experience, it's happened to me. And then you can find and make sure when you draw it back, make sure that the peep is lined up with your eye. For the most part, I'm changing the peep out, so I'm taking the peep out where my old peep was. So I kind of know exactly where my peep should be. But if you don't, that's the proper way of doing it. So let's release the press and see if the peep is in line. You may have to take some twist out of the top or bottom strings if the peep isn't lined up correctly. So right now, my peep's a little to the left. You can spin it a little bit. Now it's kind of lined up with the string. So now what you would do is you would knock an arrow, have a target out. You don't even have to have a target. Hang on, let me put this back in the press for a second. And obviously you'd have to buy a bow press to be able to do this stuff at home, so you don't have to go to your local bow shop if it's miles and miles away. So we'll draw this back. And what I could see is my peep has to go to the right a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the bow back into the press and take some, do a twist to the bottom string, because with the bottom string it does micro, adjustments, because if you do the top string on a top cam, that will do a crazy adjustment. But I'm going to do all this before I tie this peep in, just to make sure that, 'cause this is a big thing for accuracy. I mean, something I've learned. So all I'm going to do is take this string that has your D-loop and the peep sight in it, not your cables, just a string, on the bottom cam, take it off. I'm just going to put a little bit of half a twist on it to the right. Make sure that's back on. May have to adjust the D-loop a little bit. When you crank this back on, just make sure your string is on the cam. Everything's lined up so it goes back onto the track. You may have to line up your D-loop a little bit. You want to do all this, like I said, before you tie this peep sight in. And that's right on the money. So now what I'm going to do, so I'm going to put the bow back into the bow press. Get a little bit, you don't gotta go too loose on the string. And I'll take, say like a 3-foot section off of this thread. You can use a knife or you can just use a lighter. Yeah, I should have got the camera closer. And all you're going to do is just go right around the grooves of this peep here. I like to line both strings up. And all I like to do is just tie the square knot on the top. Bring her all the way down, tight her up. Get her tight, because this thread will tighten up on itself. Then I like to put one down below. Like I said, squeeze really tight on this thread when you're doing this, because you want to keep this peep sight, you don't want it to move. I like to do about 4, 2 on the top, 2 at the bottom. And there's many different ways to tie the peep in. I just like to tie it in like this. It's easiest for me. The Savage way. And then when I go to tie it off, I like to tie a double knot on the top. And like I said, that likes to tighten back up on it, so. Then what I do, so I take my knife and I cut it kind of close. And then you just take a lighter, you melt it down on it, so. Be careful that you don't hit your bowstrings. Make them weak. And then that's how you add a peep sight to your bow. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more savage ways of setting stuff up on your bow. Thank you.